What's up, guys? There's a few things I didn't get to show you yesterday. So, and a few things I just wanted to warn you guys about. So your screen protectors, just make sure you hold on to those. Keep them in a safe place, because I'm going to put those on next time I come over. Next, so first thing we want to do, and maybe get Dad's help with this, or Mama's help, because they need to give you the password for the Wi-Fi. So you want to go where I just went, hit settings, and I know your menu is going to be in Japanese, but remember, go on the app store for your phone and get the Google Translate app, and there's a part where you could choose the camera, and you're really not going to ever have to do this unless you're going through a menu like built into the 3DS, like if you're going into like the sound app or the camera app or this app, like the settings. So really you won't have to do it that often. All your games are going to be in English. So basically you want to click what I just clicked here to get to your internet. Go to connection settings, and you won't see number 2, but you will see number 1, and it'll be the same as it is right here, because I need to connect it to my Wi-Fi in order to hack them. So just to show you guys what to do, so you want to go ahead and choose the middle one, delete that. Remember, yours will be in Japanese, but you'll be pressing the same buttons I'm pressing. So now we go to new connection, do manual setup, access point. Now, I'm trying to remember what your guys' password is. I don't know. Well, you guys will know. But basically, mine is right here. Okay, so I have my password there. Dad or Mama, they'll bring it to you. So, oh, and another thing. So, basically, these bottom parts, I think one of these will let you change the words to English. So you just click that first. Then I'll put in my password. Remember, just press the same buttons I'm pressing. But I do recommend getting the Google Translate app, so then if you guys do run into anything, then you'll know what you're looking at. This will only be stuff in the menu, like updates is another one. There you go, so connection successful, and we're good. We got the same one back. Okay, so next I don't know if I'll be able to show you this next part, but I'll try to. So some of your games on your DS, you're going to have, here, hold on. So, for example, like this, how about this? So basically, if a game needs to update, it's going to have letters floating across right at the bottom here. A bunch of Japanese letters. So basically, let's see if there's anything I could update, just to show you an example. Obviously, it won't be for any of the retro games, like a Super Nintendo. It's only going to be for, games of that sort. So, hopefully I can find one. There we go. So basically, this is what you're gonna see, and we'll go ahead and update it. And you're gonna see the same thing right here as you see on your screen, but yours is just gonna be Japanese. So the smaller one here is the one that'll update it. So you can update it, even though it's hacked. You're not gonna get in trouble with Nintendo or nothing for connecting to their store, and you won't be doing it often. But the reason why I didn't change this from Japanese to English is because the few times you will need to use the store. You'll need to use the store for connecting to get the updates for your games. You'll need the store if you want to get the DLC, like characters that are bonus, you have to buy them or something. And lastly, changing the region, as in changing the language, that's actually what could cause you to get banned. So basically you won't be able to play online for Super Smash Bros, for Pokemon, for any Mario games, for Nintendogs once I fix it. All those games have online multiplayer, where not only could you play with, like, let's say, Deacon, you're at your house, at your mom's, and then Preston and Penelope are at dad's for some reason. Like, so if you're not banned, you could play with them, even though you're all the way at your mom's house, so you can play online. So that's why it's a good thing to leave it in Japanese. So, yeah, this is basically what your thing will go through, although this is really slow. Like, wow. You know what? I think that was because of my internet. So, just know that what I showed you before was right. Oh yeah, the internet is bad. I'm in the kitchen. It's bad in here. But that is the right way to do it though. And once that meter's all the way done, basically you just hit OK. Or there's only one option. I think you just hit the one option and the update is done. And then you're able to play. So let's see what else. Obviously, you know how to turn on the 3D. It's with that guy there. So it looks a little weird from here. Obviously your volume's here. Boop. Remember, I don't have it on mine, but the folders that I put in these two spots all the way at the end, you cannot touch them. Because if you touch them, if you open one of those games, it will be a lot harder for me to fix those games. I'm just going to say that. It will make it much harder. So do not open them. I have to fix them before they're ever opened. They haven't even been started up or anything like that. I just, you know, basically used my green Japanese one as a test dummy to test out all your games, and then I realized that all those games in those folders are the ones that are going to have problems. So we'll get that fixed hopefully soon, but I don't know. So yeah, there ain't much more to say. All I'll say is oh no, there is one more thing. So for specifically, let's see. So for Game Boy Advance games, this is a Game Boy Advance game. That's what they look like. Oh yeah, I recommend you guys try out Ghost Rider, man. This is one of the best Game Boy games I've ever played. Like, for real. You should try it. But basically though, so your Game Boy Advance games and your Sega Genesis games. So those, when they look like this, they're gonna have the same menu when you open it. So let's see. I know it's been a lot of loading through this whole thing, my bad. Alright, so this is the menu you're gonna have, but since your DS is Japanese, it doesn't put the letters in correctly. But all you need to know in order to play these games properly is that this fourth one, save restore point, and this fifth one, load restore point. Those are all you need. Besides, or no, like, obviously you can use that, but like you could also just use the home screen and just exit that way. So, but 4 and 5 are extremely important. You need to remember that that number 4 is save, and you need to remember number 5 is load. So basically, like here, I'll show you an example. So we see that guy there. We'll put the save right there. All right. So then you go to load, and this is what it does. Brings you right back. So you can save at any time, any place, whenever you want. But all you have to do is just remember the fourth one is save. Oh. Yeah, fourth one is save, fifth one is load. And in case you forget, I wrote it right in this app. So, or it should be on, or it might be on Preston's DS. But basically, I think it's this spot right here. Yeah, you could see man stay on while they're destroying the DS. He's a little jealous. But basically, yeah. So this bubble here in that app that I clicked is going to have the instructions. I think those instructions are on Preston's DS, if I remember right. So yeah, I mean, there really isn't much more to show you. Like, everything is pretty self-explanatory. You got all your folders. I organized yours the same way I did mine because I figured, you know, it looks very nice this way. Like, you don't have to have, like, you know, this is what basically what your menu looked like before I organized it all. Was literally the games were all the way up to the end. They were like around here and they went all the way through. So that would be horrible, playing and having your DS organized like that. So it took a long time for me to do it, but I'm sure it'll be very worth it for you guys. It'll be much easier. And this is the very last thing. Actually, I'm very glad I remembered this. So this really isn't going to apply to many games that you have. So basically, I'm just going to do a example real quick. But only the Pokemon ones are really the ones you got to watch out for with this. So when you start the game, basically your game, let's see if I have a save file or not. I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Okay, that's a bad example then. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this instead. Oh, forget it. Let's not do that for now. So it should bring me to a menu where you have to pick the language. Yep, there you go. So it'll be there in a sec. Yeah, so what I think it's going to do is you won't be pressing, you won't choose the same one as you see on my screen. Because I think on yours, it's going to be Japan as the first one and then a couple others. So when you start your Pokemon save game, you have to get Google Translate and the camera version of it. So, well, they're both the same, just one Google Translate app. But within Google Translate, there's going to be an option for you to use the camera. So you use that on this. And basically, it should tell you the first one's Japanese and one of the next ones will be English. So make sure you do that correctly. So you choose English, just begin game, and that's it. So then your game is fully in English once you've done that. But yeah, pretty much I think that's just about everything. There is one more thing I will show you guys, but I'll show you that when I actually see you. So this app, this is what you guys are gonna like. So basically this lets you dive into any of these Pokemon games and your save file in them. Basically it lets you create whatever Pokemon you want. It lets you modify whatever Pokemon you want. You could turn a Magikarp into a Mewtwo with this thing. Not just that, you could take it from level 1 to 100, and then you could give yourself $1 million. Like, I mean, it ain't always that much fun to use cheats. Like, I try not to use them too often. But, you know, I also like to use this app as a bank. So basically, you could get a Pokemon in this game for the original Game Boy. Then you could transfer it into the bank, and then from the bank into this one, if you want. Like, that's just an example. But, yeah, so we'll get into that more next time we see each other. But for now, I think I covered pretty much all the basics. So, yeah. That should be everything you need to get right into gaming, play online, and set up Pokemon. Yep. Alright, so I know the video was a little long, but just save this video. Have Dad or someone save this video, because if you need to go back and figure something out again and I'm not there, then you'll be able to do it. So, alright, have fun, guys.